ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. I offer my respectful obeisances to all the devotees who have assembled for today morning's session. And today we will be discussing the meaning of Damodarashtakam by Satyavrata Muni. Because this is Kartik month, practically every day we are singing this Damodarashtakam and we are offering lambs to the Lord. So it is very good that we accept the content of the prayer to our heart and try to learn the meaning of this prayer, so that when we are singing Damodarashtakam, we are more mindful, we are more prayerful, we go deep into the meaning of the prayer. And this wonderful Damodarashtakam is described very elaborately by Sanatana Goswami in his Digdarshini commentary. Based on that, we will discuss. So the format will be like this. We will recite one shloka from Damodarashtakam and we'll discuss the meaning based on Sanatana Goswami's explanation. Then we'll go to the second shloka, recite it, and then discuss the meaning. Okay, so 8 shlokas. And the meaning and the explanation is very much based on Srimad Bhagavatam and many other scriptures also, because our scriptures confirm each other. What one scripture says is confirmed in another scripture. So there's the message of Srimad Bhagavatam and the contents of this prayer are quite similar in many contexts. So let us see. Basically, the pastime of Damodar Leela happened on Diwali day, and that is described in the 9th chapter of the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. And Damodarashtakam is a prayer that is describing this Damodar Leela along with expressing the devotees' desires to meditate on Lord Damodar, to appreciate Lord Damodar, and to elaborately describe all the qualities that Damodar has exhibited in this Leela. Right? So, explanation of Damodarashtakam is not complete without sufficiently referring to Damodar Leela. So we're going to discuss a little bit of Damodar Leela also, as much as the shlokas of Damodarashtakam allow us. So that will be the agenda for the next 1 hour. So let's begin. So in the first shloka, Satyavrata Muni says, Namamishwaram Sachidanandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Bhrajamanam Yashodabhiyolukhaladhavamanam Paramrishtamatyantato dhrutya gopya. In this shloka, which is very comprehensive, Satyavrata Muni describes several super excellences of Krishna. Let us break this shloka into small parts and try to discuss on every single line. Basically, Damodara Leela is a pastime that Krishna did in Vrindavan that demonstrates Krishna's naughty behavior and restless mindset. Although Krishna teaches in Bhagavad Gita, Trividham narakasyedam dvaram nashanam kamaha krodhaha tatha lobhaha tasmat etatrayam tyajet. Krishna says, give up lust, anger, and greed. But in Damodar Lila, Krishna exhibited these three. Okay, so he did not do Tyajan of these three. Of course, the anger and lust and greed that Krishna exhibited in Damodar Lila is divine. So Kama, Krodhas, Tatha, Lobha. Kama means desire, intense desire. Lord Damodar desired to drink Mother Yashoda's milk. Okay. Krodha means anger. When Mother Yashoda kept Krishna aside to save that Padmagandha milk overflowing on the stove, then Krishna became very angry. Krodha came in his mind. As Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, Sangat Sanjayate Kama, Kamat Krodho Bhijayate. Means when our desires are not fulfilled, we become angry. And Krishna became angry. Okay. Kamat Krodho Bhijayate. And Lobha. Krishna also showed so much greed for more milk and more butter. Okay. Like that, Krishna is exhibiting all these qualities in Damodar Lila in a transcendental way. But still, although Krishna is being punished by Mother Yashoda for his naughty behavior in Vrindavan, although Krishna is performing so many such faulty activities in Vrindavan, please remember Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, it is said that unless we understand Krishna's greatness, we can't appreciate Krishna's sweetness sufficiently. That's why in the Srimad Bhagavatam, the first 9 cantos of Bhagavatam describe Krishna's greatness. And the 10th canto sufficiently describes Krishna's sweetness. With the background of studying the first 9 cantos, if you venture into the 10th canto, then you will specifically appreciate how sweet Krishna is. He is the same Supreme Lord who creates, maintains, and destroys millions of universes. Is the same Supreme Lord Krishna who is the source of unlimited incarnations, right? So once you understand his greatness, you can appreciate Krishna's sweetness. Otherwise, all the naughty activities Krishna does in the 10th canto of Bhagavatam may lead us to think that Krishna is an ordinary child, right? Therefore, we need to understand Krishna as the Supreme Lord. Although he's exhibiting certain faults of a human being by being greedy, by being angry, and by doing so many other naughty activities, these faults that Krishna exhibits in Vrindavan are not faults. They're special ornaments in his character. Okay, stealing or whatever. In this one shloka, you will find Satyavarta Muni describing Tattva Visesha, Leela Visesha, Guna Visesha, Rupa Visesha, Parivara Visesha, Saundarya Visesha, and Prema Visesha of Krishna. What are they? We'll see. I'm just giving the list, index table, contents table. So let's go to the first word. Namami Ishwaram. Let's discuss on this. One word. Namami Ishwaram. Namami means let me offer obeisances. And to whom? Ishwara. Ishwara means the supreme controller. Although the Lord is playing the role of a small child, naughty child in Vrindavan, he is Ishwara. Don't forget that. The Supreme Lord is Satchidananda Vigraha. So, Krishna's naughty activities should not mislead us to think that he's an ordinary child. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Don't forget that he's Ishvara. That shows his Tattva Visesha. Right? Namami Ishwaram. He is Ishvara. That is his Tattva. His Tattva is to be the controller of everything, despite being controlled by Mother Yashoda's love in Vrindavan. Right? He remains as the supreme controller. So, next phrase. Namam Ishwaram Satchit Ananda Rupam. Satchit Ananda Rupa. Sat means Krishna is eternal. Chit means Krishna is completely knowledgeable. Ananda Rupam. Krishna is fully blissful. Although, in this Damodar Leela, Krishna is being greedy for butter. Krishna doesn't know what Mother Yashoda would be doing next moment. Although Krishna is crying, still he is Sachidananda. Generally, if he is Ananda Rupam, he is completely blissful. How can he cry? Bliss personified, he is sobbing, he is crying. Rudantam muhurnetra yugmam rujantam. Tears are just flowing like Ganga Pravaha from Krishna's eyes. So, how is that possible? So please understand, although he is crying, he is Ananda Rupam. Although he is greedy for butter, he is Sachit. Okay, Satchid Ananda Rupam. He is the source of all incarnations. Don't forget that. Therefore, the first line, Namam Ishwaram Satchidananda Rupam. So this line describes Krishna's Tattva Visesha. Tattva means the truth about the Lord. What is the truth about the Lord? He is Ananda Rupa, he is Satchidananda Rupa, and he is Ishvara. Although he is being controlled by Mother Yashoda, he remains God, right? Even if the God is chastised, he's God only. Okay. So Satchidananda Rupam. Then Satchidananda Rupam also indicates Krishna's Rupa Visesha. Rupa Visesha means the super excellence of his form is Ananda Rupam. Okay. Then Rupa Visesha is also described in the next phrase. Lasat Kundalam. Lasat Kundalam means Krishna's earrings are so beautiful. And they're, as Damodar is just running away from Mother Yashoda, this Makara Kundal, alligator-shaped earrings of Damodar are constantly kissing his cheeks. Because although he is wearing so many ornaments, the earrings are especially sweet because they have the opportunity to kiss Damodar's cheeks constantly as he's running, right? Therefore, Kundalam is especially mentioned. Although Krishna is wearing so many beautiful ornaments, so Kundal has some special position. Namam Ishwaram Satchidananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Bhrajamanam. So we have seen the Rupa Visesha of Krishna through Lasat Kundalam. If you want extra reference, let's go to Srimad Bhagavatam for a moment. Yanmartya Leelaupayikam Swayoga Maya Balam Darshayata Grihitam Vismapanam Swashyata Saubhagardhe Parampadam Bhushana Bhushanangam. Means Parampadam Bhushana Bhushanangam. Krishna's ornaments are not ornaments for Krishna. Krishna is an ornament for all his ornaments. Means when Krishna wears ornaments, he will not become beautiful. Ornaments become beautiful. Means because Krishna is wearing an earring, Krishna is wearing a necklace, Krishna is wearing a bracelet, Krishna is wearing an anklet, the anklets or the ornaments become beautiful. If someone else wears the same anklets and same bracelets and same necklaces, they don't look so beautiful as Krishna does. So Krishna is increasing the beauty of ornaments, not that the ornaments are increasing beauty of Krishna. Even if Krishna doesn't wear ornaments, he's beautiful, right? So therefore, Lasat Kundalam means the Rupa Visesha of Krishna. Next, Gokule Bhrajamanam. Gokul means this cowherd community of Raja. Bhrajamanam, Krishna is resplendent in this Gokul cowherd community. So that shows his Parivara Visesha, the super excellence of his Parivara. Parivara means his associates, his companions, his relatives, his friends, right? So Gokule Bhrajamanam indicates the Parivara Visesha. Lord Brahma glorifies Krishna's Parivara like this. Aho bhagyam Nanda Gopa Vrajaukasam Yanmitram Paramanandam Purnam Brahma Sanatanam. Aho bhagyam. What great fortune, what great fortune. Nanda Gopa Vrajaukasam. All the devotees in Gokul, which is headed by Nanda Maharaj, they are extremely fortunate. Why? Yan mitram paramanandam purnam brahmasanatanam. Means the great Supreme Lord Krishna appeared as their mitra, as their dear friend. Okay, although he is purnam brahmasanatanam, he is the supreme absolute truth, still he agreed to appear as their friend and is playing with them. He's stealing their butter. He's being chastised by them. Okay, so that shows how Krishna Parivara is so great. Okay, this is Parivara Visesha. So next, Leela Visesha. So what did we see till now? Namam Ishwaram Satchit Ananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Bhrajamanam. Let's revise. Namam Ishwaram. What does it indicate? Which Visesha? Yes, Kartik?
Prabhuji, it describes the Tattva Vishesha.
Correct. Satchidananda Rupam. What does it indicate?
Leela Vishesha.
No.
Tattva Vishesha.
Satchidananda Rupam shows also Tattva Visesha and also Rupa Visesha. Okay. Then Lasat Kundalam. That is Rupa Visesha.
Rupa Vishesha.
The super excellence of Krishna's form. Then Gokule Bhrajamanam.
Parivar Vishesha.
Parivara Vishesha, the super excellence of his entourage, okay, of his associates. Now, the next half of the shloka describes Krishna's Leela Vishesha. Yashodabhiyo paramrushtamadhyanta todhrutya gopyam. Yashoda Bhiya, out of fear of mother Yashoda, Ulukhala Dhavamanam. Krishna just jumped off the wooden grinding mortar and he ran towards the main gate. You know why Krishna ran towards the main gate? Because he was expecting that if I go to the main gate and go outside Nanda Maharaj's courtyard, I will not be punished. Yashoda Mata, being a respectable lady, queen of Vrindavan, she wouldn't come on the streets to chase me, to embarrass me. And even if she comes on the street to chase me, she will not beat me, she will not punish me. Hoping like that, Krishna ran towards the main gate. Okay. Gokule Bhrajamanam. So Yashoda Bhiya Ulukhala Dhavamanam. Dhavamanam means he ran. Paramrishtamadhyanta todhartya gopyam. Just because Krishna is running away from Yashoda, will Yashoda stop? No. Yashoda Mata also starts running behind Krishna with great determination, right? Paramrishtam atyantato dhritya gopya. She is trying to outsmart Krishna. Oh, my son is running fast. I will also run faster than my son. I am mother. He's my son only. Okay. But she has done so much hard work that day. She got up so early in the morning. She was churning butter for such a long time. She gave milk to Krishna. She ran to protect Padmagandha milk in the stove. And now Krishna ran away from her and he has to run behind. She's tired. She's exhausted. But Krishna, little 2-year-old boy, he just got up and just had milk. So he's very strong now. So he could run very fast. Yashodamata is unable to run very fast. Okay. But still, her determination is so great. So she tried to run behind Krishna. Although she was perspiring, she was running behind Krishna. Okay. So that is the second half of the shloka. Paramrishtam atyantato dhritya gopya. So Bhagavatam says, Trayyachopanishadbhischa sankhya yogaischa sattvataihi upagiyamana mahatmyam harim samanyatatmajam. Trayyacha, in all the three Vedas. Upanishadbhischa, in all the Upanishads. Sankhya yogaischa, in all the scriptures that are describing Sankhya Yoga. So in all these great literatures, Upagiyamana Mahatmyam, Krishna's greatness is described. But what does Yashodamata do? Harim sa amanyata atmajam. This Hari, although he is being glorified in all the scriptures as the Supreme Lord, he is my son. Right? He may be Supreme Lord. I don't care for it, whether he is Supreme Lord or whatever. He is just my son and he is being naughty and I have to discipline him. Out of her intense absorption in Vatsalya Prema, motherly love, Yashodamata considers Krishna only as her son and not as the Supreme God. This is the speciality of Vrindavan, where Krishna is not taken seriously. There is no Aishwarya mood. There is no reverence. Krishna is my son. I have to discipline him. I have to teach him good manners. He should grow as a good human being. That is Yashodamata's intention. Okay. Paramrishtam atyantato dhritya gopya. Therefore, with a stick in her hand, Yashodamata is chasing Krishna to punish him, to teach him good lessons. Okay. Nachantar na bhairyasya na purvam napi chaparam. Although there is no inside and outside of Krishna, Krishna is sarva desha vyapa, Krishna is sarva kala vyapa. Sarva desha vyapa means one who is spread at all places, one who exists at all places. Sarva kala vyapa means one who exists at all times. There is no time where Krishna did not exist. There will not be a time where Krishna will not exist. Krishna always existed. So he is sarva desha vyapa, he is sarva kala vyapa, he is all pervading. But Yashodamata wants to tie Krishna. If somebody is spread everywhere, how can you bind him? Okay. But Yashodamata is trying to bind him, all to discipline him. So this is the first shloka. And one more point is, Paramrishtam atyantato dhritya gopya also indicates Yashodamata's Saundarya Vishesha. She is so beautiful. She is wearing Malati flowers and she is wearing a saffronish yellow sari and she is churning butter for Krishna. And Sukadeva Goswami describes her beauty. Kshaumam vasaha pruthukatate bibhrati sutranadham putra sneha snuta kuchayugam jatakam pamcha subhruh rajvakarshya shrama bhuja chalat kankanau kundalecha svinnam vaktram kabara vigalam marati nirmamantha. So her beauty is so wonderfully described by Sukadeva Goswami. And it's not just the physical beauty of Mother Yashoda. Yes, of course, she's beautiful. Her face is beautiful. Her dress is beautiful. Her ornaments are beautiful. Her flowers are beautiful. But the real beauty of a woman is her motherhood. The motherly affection that Yashoda Mata had towards Krishna is the real aspect of her beauty. Okay. She's definitely beautiful, physically also, but the love that she had, the Krishna consciousness that she had while churning butter for Krishna, that is her real Saundarya. So she is an example of a devotee who engages one's body, mind, and words in Krishna's service. She engaged her body in Krishna's service by churning butter. She engaged her mind in Krishna's service by thinking of Krishna. And she engaged her words in Krishna's service by singing the songs about Krishna. So while churning butter, Mother Yashoda is singing certain songs that are describing Krishna's qualities and pastimes. Oh, my dear son has done this pastime, has done that pastime. She composed some songs and she started singing while churning butter. That is the Saundarya Vishesha. So in the first shloka, we have seen Tattva Vishesha, Rupa Vishesha, then Parivara Vishesha, then Leela Vishesha, and Saundarya Vishesha of Krishna. Okay. And we also see Guna Vishesha and many other things. So basically, these are various attributes of Krishna that he exhibited in Damodar Leela. Now, without delaying, let's go to the second shloka. Rudrantam muhurnetra yugmam rajantam karam bhoja yugmena satanka netram muhushvasakam patri rekhanka kantha sthita graivam damodaram bhakti badham. Rudantam muhurnetra yugmam rujantam. Rudantam means Krishna is crying. Okay. Whenever Krishna cries, Yashoda Mata will take her sari and then wipes his tears. Oh, Krishna, please don't cry. But this time Yashoda Mata is so strict, she's not wiping Krishna's tears, right? She's very strict. She's very angry because Krishna has broken a butter pot and he's running away. He made her run behind Krishna. So she's very angry and she's not wiping. So what is Krishna doing? Rudantam muhurnetra yugmam rajantam. Rudanta means he's crying. Muhur means he's constantly crying. Netra yugma means his two eyes. Vrijantam, he is just rubbing like this. He is only wiping his tears. But there is another meaning why Krishna is just rubbing like this. When you rub like this, some tears, extra tears will come. Right? Krishna is rubbing his eyes to produce more tears so that Yashoda Mata will become compassionate and kind and she wouldn't punish him. Okay, so with the intention to produce more tears, also Krishna sometimes rubs his eyes. Rudantam muhurnetra yugmam rujantam. Netra yugma means his two eyes. Vrijantam, he is just wiping, rubbing. Karambhoja yugmena satanka netram. Kara ambhoja yugmena. He is wiping tears with what? Two hands. Kara means hands. Ambhoja means lotus. He is using his two lotus-like hands to wipe the tears of his two lotus-like eyes. Here are lotuses, here also lotuses. So two lotuses are trying to rub two other lotuses to produce lotus-like tears. Right? Karambhoja yugmena satanka netram. Sa atanka netram. Atanka means excessive fear. Fear is bhaya. Atanka means terror. Krishna is terrified. Krishna is very, very fearful seeing Mother Yashoda's little stick. He is the holder of Shankha Chakra, such great weapons, and seeing a little stick, not even a very big stick also, a small stick, which Mother Yashoda will never use to hit Krishna, but she just showed to discipline him. And Krishna is becoming very fearful. Just as Mother Yashoda is absorbed in her mood as a mother of Krishna, Krishna also became absorbed in the mood of a son of Yashoda. So Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, Ye yathamam prapadyante tamstathaiva bhajamyaham. He said, the way you approach me, in a similar way, I will reciprocate with you. Yashoda Mata approached Krishna thinking that Krishna is my son. And Krishna is reciprocating with Mother Yashoda thinking that she is my mother. Okay. And like technically speaking, God is one who has no mother and father. He is the father of everyone. He is the mother of everyone. But here God has accepted one of his devotees as his mother. And because this devotee, this mother, this Yashoda Mata is absorbed in her identity as mother of Krishna, Krishna also became absorbed in his identity as her son. Okay, this is reciprocation. Yethamam prapadyante. Okay, and when a small child is neglected by mother, naturally child will become upset. He'll become unhappy. He'll cry. So that's why Krishna is crying, because Mother Yashoda neglected him. She was feeding milk, but at one point she kept him aside. So Krishna became very disappointed. So God will not become disappointed if you don't feed him milk, by the way. But Krishna is not God now in Vrindavan. Can God be not God? Yes, it is possible. God can be not God in Vrindavan. So God gives up his godhood. God keeps aside his godhood, his position as God, and he identifies himself as a child of Mother Yashoda, and Yashoda neglects, and Krishna becomes disappointed. Right? That's what is happening. He's crying. When Krishna smiles, he can destroy all our tears. See this shloka. Hasam hareravanatakhila lokatibram shokashru sagara visoshanamatyudaram sammohanaya rachitam nijamayayasya bhrumandalam nikrite makaradhvajasya hasam harer avanata akhila loka tivra shoka ashru sagara visoshanamatyudaram. The meaning of the shloka is that the conditioned soul, because of experiencing so many miseries in this world, has created an ocean of tears. He's lamenting and lamenting and he's crying, 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 and all the tears became a big ocean. When you go and look at Krishna's smile, that smile will dry up this ocean. Means all your tears will just go away when you look at Krishna's smile. And that Krishna, who can destroy our ocean of tears, who can dry up our ocean of tears, is shedding an ocean of tears. Right? He's crying an ocean of tears. Okay, that is Damodar Leela. So Krishna goes against his own tattva. Although we have discussed tattva Vishesha earlier, he is Satchidananda Rupam, but he's crying. First shloka says Satchidananda Rupam. Second shloka says Rudam Tam Muhurnetra Igmam. Okay, that is the speciality of Damodar Leela. There are so many contradictions in Krishna's qualities. Then Yashoda Mata chastised Krishna. You monkey lover, you house plunderer, you restless boy. You are always associating with monkeys, and you have the nature of monkeys. You are behaving like a monkey. You must be coming from a lineage of monkeys. Okay. Krishna said, if I'm coming from a lineage of monkeys, maybe I must have inherited the qualities of my mother. Right? I must have inherited the qualities of a monkey from my mother, not from my father. Right? So this is Krishna's clever replies. Anyways, Yashoda Mata is chastising. Kritagaham tam prarudantam akshini. Krita agasa means Krishna has committed so many offenses in Damodar Leela. What are the offenses? Number 1, to break butter pot. Number 2, to steal butter. Number 3, to distribute that butter to all the monkeys. Number 4, to run away when Mother Yashoda is calling him behind. Number 5, to speak so many lies. As Mother Yashoda is interrogating Krishna, inquiring Krishna, Krishna is speaking so many lies, making up so many stories. So many offenses. So Krishna counts our offenses and he gives reaction. But here is Yashoda Mata judging Krishna's offenses and giving reaction to him. So whoever offends has to face some reaction, even if it is Krishna. That is the speciality of Vrindavan. Anyways, Yashoda Mata is chastising Krishna. Okay, and there's a very nice conversation between Krishna and Yashoda Mata in Damodar Leela. Now, Krishna is wiping his tears. Karam bhoja yugmena satanka netram. With his 2 lotus-like eyes, lotus-like hands, he's wiping the tears that are coming from his lotus-like eyes. So one child saw this picture, which you're seeing now, and did not like this picture. Why? Everybody is smiling and Krishna is crying. So this child identified so much with Krishna and empathized and sympathized so much with Krishna that the child did not like the painting only. Oh, Krishna is kind, everyone is smiling. So this is Vrindavan, where Krishna can become an object of mockery also of other devotees out of love. Okay. So that's why Kunti Mata says, Gopya dade tvayi krita gasidama tavad yate dashashrukalila sambharamaksham vaktram niniya bhaya bhavanaya sthitasya samam vimohayati bhirapi bibheti Gopya dade tvayi krita gasidama tavad. Because of so many offenses that Krishna has committed, Yashoda Mata wanted to bind Krishna. At that time, Yate Dashashru Kalilanjana Sambhramaksham. Krishna's eyes were extremely fearful and he is wiping his tears and the black ointment on his eyes just came on his face. Black face with a reddish hue, bluish face with a reddish hue with black ointment spread all over. He looks so beautiful. Okay, so that is Krishna. And Vaktram niniya bhaya bhavanaya sthitasya. Krishna bent his head low in front of Mother Yashoda. Who would bend his head low? Only a criminal in the court will bend his head low in front of a judge who is about to punish him. In Vrindavan court, Yashoda Mata is the judge and Krishna is the criminal. And Krishna's future is completely dependent on Yashoda Mata's verdict. She says, no toys for you, no milk products for you, no playing for you, no playmates for you. I'll just tie you, I'll bind you, I'll arrest you. Let me see how you will move anywhere. Krishna's future is in Yashoda Mata's hands. So the future of all the living beings is in Krishna's hands, and Krishna's future is in Yashoda Mata's hands. Whatever decision she takes is final. Krishna has no say about it. So this is Vrindavan. Karam bhoja yugmena satanka netram. No one else can bind Krishna. One day, one gopi tried to bind Krishna with a rope. And she's unable to bind Krishna. Then Krishna said, oh, poor gopi, innocent gopi, you don't know how to bind children also. I will show you. So Krishna took that gopi and kept next to her, next to a pillar. And he took her rope and Krishna did parikrama of that gopi with the rope in her hand. Basically, Krishna tightly bound her hands and legs are completely arrested in that rope. And Krishna said, this is how you should bind me. And he ran away. Okay. And Krishna ran away and that gopi was just crying and some other gopis have to come and release her. Okay. No one can bind Krishna. Only Yashoda Mata can bind. Some people attempted, but they could not. Okay. So Yashoda Mata could bind. Rudantam muhurnetra yugmam mrijantam karam bhoja yugmena satanka netram. Let's move ahead in the shloka. Muhushvasa kampatri rekhanka kantha sthita graiva damodaram bhakti baddham. Muhushvasa kampa. Muhu means constantly. Swasa, his breathing. Kampa, his trembling. Tri rekhanka kantha. On his kantha, there are 3 lines, which are looking so beautiful. When Krishna is crying. And breathing heavily because he ran for a long time, right? So when Krishna breathes, when an expansion of Krishna breathes, millions of universes come out of Mahavishnu's body, right? That is the effect of Krishna's breathing. Yasya kanishvasita kalamatavalamya jivanti loma vilaja jagadandanatha. Millions of universes emanate from Mahavishnu's body when he breathes, when he exhales and inhales, right? But when Krishna is breathing, nobody is caring only. He's breathing so heavily, Yashoda Mata says, I'll beat you, right? Tell me the truth. Okay, that is the effect of Krishna's breathing. So sometimes there is a lot of happiness in maintaining a low profile. If you're always receiving worship and respect and claps and whistles from people, sometimes it's so boring, isn't it? Someone should chastise you. You should maintain a low profile. If you're always sitting on Simhasan, it's boring, right? You should sit on cowdung floor also sometimes, right? So if you're always eating chapan bhog, it's a little boring. You should also eat non-spicy khichdi sometimes or some curd rice sometimes. So there is some special sweetness in simplicity. And Krishna aspires for that simplicity also. Krishna loves to be chastised by his devotees. Okay. So next, Stitagraiva Damodaram Bhakti Baddham. This is very important. So the Lord also has a beautiful belly, which is bound by Mother Yashoda's robe. That's why he's called Damodara. Dama means rope, Udara means belly. So Damodara means one whose belly is bound by a rope. And actually, it's not the rope that bound Krishna. It is bhakti that bound Krishna. Bhakti Baddham. What can bind Krishna? Only bhakti, love can bind Krishna. Swamatuhu svinna gatraya visrastakavarasrajaham drishtva parishramam Krishna kripayasit swabandhane. Swamatuhu svinna gatraya. Seeing his mother being exhausted and her malati flowers on her hair are falling down. So Krishna became very kind. Drishtva parishramam Krishna. Seeing the parishrama of Mother Yashoda. Parishrama means hard work of Mother Yashoda. Kripaya, Krishna became extremely merciful. So the devotee's endeavor and the Supreme Lord's mercy, that will make any endeavor successful, right? Swabandhane, Krishna agreed to be bound. Swabandhane means although Yashoda Mata is binding Krishna, it is as good as Krishna binding himself. Why? Krishna's desire merged with Yashoda Mata's desire. Your will is my will, my dear mother. You want to bind me? Just bind me. Okay, this is Damodar Leela. This is Vrindavan. So let's move ahead. First two shlokas are elaborately described by Sanatana Goswami. So now I will go to the third shloka and we'll go a little faster. Okay. So many details. I'll just directly go to the third shloka. Yeah, third shloka. This describes Guna Vishesha. Second shloka is completely Leela Vishesha. It's only pastime. Storyline is described. And here is Guna of Krishna. Iti driksvalila bhirananda kunde svaghosham nimajjantam akhypayantam tadiyeshitagneshu bhaktairjitatvam punah prematastam shatavriti vande. Iti driksvalila bhir. Till now, Damodar Ashtakam described Krishna's Leela, Damodar Leela. Iti means Leelas like this. Swalila bhir. The Leelas like Damodar Leela, Murda Bhakshana Leela, and many other such Leelas. Krishna is performing, and you know what he's doing? Ananda Kunde Swaghosham Nimajjantam. Swaghosham means his own associates, his own devotees. Nimajjantam means Krishna is immersing them. Where is immersing? Ananda Kunde. You know Kund? Kund means lake, a pond. Radha Kund, Shyam Kund, like that. Govind Kund, Surabhi Kund, Apsara Kund, Navala Kund. So many kunds are there in Vrindavan, right? And here is another Kund, that is Ananda Kund. Okay, Ananda Kund means a pool of ecstasy, a lake of bliss. So by performing Leelas like this, Krishna is immersing his devotees in pools of bliss, in pools of ecstasy. Iti driksvalila bhirananda kunde svaghosham nimajjantam akhypayantam. By immersing his devotees in pools of bliss, akhypayantam, Krishna is announcing to everyone. Krishna is declaring to everyone. You know what is the declaration? Tadiyeshitagneshu bhaktairjitatvam. And specifically, whom does this declaration belong to? Means, who is this declaration meant for? This declaration is meant for those who are Tadiyeshitagneshu. Tadiya means Krishna's entourage, paraphernalia, opulence. Tadiyeshitagneshu means some devotees worship Krishna with reverential attitude. They think that Krishna is very opulent, he's very majestic, he's very grand, and seeing his grandeur and opulence, they worship Krishna. Okay, so Krishna is declaring to them, Krishna is announcing to them, oh, you are attached to my opulence? You like the majesty of my Vaikuntha? Right? You like the grandeur of the Aishwarya Dham, Vaikuntha? Please hear this pastime. Please see Damodar Leela. See what am I doing here in Vrindavan? Bhaktair jitatvam. Krishna says that I am conquered by my devotees. Bhaktair means devotees. Jitatva means to be conquered by. So Krishna is declaring to all the reverential devotees that only love can conquer him. If you love him, not as God, but as your darling child or your dear friend, Krishna is conquered by your love. Right? Tadiyeshitagneshu bhaktairjitatvam. He's declaring, he's announcing to all the reverential devotees that love can conquer him. Right? Punaha prematastam shatavriti vande. Punaha means again and again. Prematastam, unto that prema that can bind even Krishna, Shatavriti Vande means I am offering obeisances hundreds of times. Sata Avriti means repeated hundreds. Vande means to offer obeisances. Punaha means repeatedly. Repeatedly, again and again, I am offering hundreds and hundreds of obeisances to that prema that can control Krishna, that can bind Krishna. Clear? The meaning of the third shloka is clear? Very sweet shloka. This describes Krishna's guna visesha. Guna means quality. What is that quality of Krishna that is described specifically in this shloka? Bhaktair jitatvam. Krishna is conquered by the love of his devotees. This is the guna that is the topmost of all gunas of Krishna. So Krishna is immersing all the devotees in Ananda Kunda. Don't think that Krishna is stealing butter from gopis' houses, being the prince of Vrindavan. What a shame. It is not shame. It is bliss. It is Ananda, right? So when we go and steal from some others' houses, that is shame. We should not steal. We should not imitate Krishna stealing. Okay, we should follow Krishna's teachings in Bhagavad Gita, and we should not imitate Krishna stealing, by the way. So when Krishna is stealing, there's a talk of Vrindavan. All the gopis come to Mother Yashoda and lodge complaints against Krishna in front of Mother Yashoda. And together, all of them are absorbed in the pastimes of Krishna and they're enjoying. They are taking bath in pools of ecstasy. This is called Ananda Kunda. Okay, the purpose of Krishna's pastime is Darshayam stadvidam loka atmano bhrityavashyatam vrajasyovaha vaiharsham bhagavan balacheshtitaihi. Means Darshayam stadvidam loka. Krishna is giving darshan to all those people who know him that he is bhrityavashyatam. See, bhritya vatsalyata means Lord who is affectionate towards his devotees. But Bhrityavashyata means the Lord who is conquered, controlled by his devotees. To show affection on a younger one is at one level. But to come under the affection of the younger one is on a higher level. Right? So Krishna is not just showing affection on his devotees of Vrindavan from top. He is coming under the control of their affection from bottom. Right? So they are above and I am below them. My friends, please come and climb on my shoulders. I will carry you the way you want me to carry. This is Krishna in Vrindavan. Bhaktair jitatvam, bhakta vashyata, bhakti baddham. These are the words used to describe Krishna's quality of being controlled by his devotees. Now, fourth shloka. Varam deva moksham na mokshavadhim va na chanyam vrineham vareshadapiham. Idam teva purnatha gopala balam sada me manasya virastam kimanyai. Varam deva. After describing Krishna's Leela Visesha, Tattva Visesha, Parivara Visesha, Saundarya Visesha, Guna Visesha, etc., in 3 shlokas, Satyavrata Muni is offering obeisances to Krishna and presenting his desires. Krishna has some desires. Can you please fulfill those desires? After you glorify the Lord, you can ask for a boon. Let's see what Satyavrata Muni wanted. Varam deva moksham na mokshavadhim va. Varam, please give me a boon, O Deva. Deva means Lord. O Lord, can you please give me a boon? What boon you want? You want liberation? You want moksha? Krishna may ask. He says, no, moksham na. I don't want moksha. I don't want liberation. Mokshavadhim va. Moksha avadhi means the highest limit of moksha. You know what is that? Residence in Vaikuntha planets. You know, moksha is of 5 types. There are 5 types of liberation. You know that? Salokya, Sarishti, Samipya, Sarupya, Sayujya. Sayujya is the general moksha that people understand to merge into the Brahma Jyoti, that anyways devotees don't want. But moksha avadhi means the limit of moksha that includes these 4 kinds of personal liberation. Okay, means you become an associate of the Lord, you gain a form which is similar to the Lord, you stay with the Lord in his planet, you have similar opulences like the Lord. So, to get an eternal residence in Vaikuntha is considered mokshavadhi, the limit of liberation. But Satyavarti Muni says, I don't want that also. Moksha avadhi, I don't want that also. No moksha avadhi. Nachanyam vrineham varesh. Nacha anyam, I don't want any other boon also. Oh, you want Svargaloka? No Svargaloka. You want Ashtasiddhis? No Ashtasiddhis. Nanaka prishtham nachaparameshtham nasarvabhaumam narasadhipatyam na yoga siddhir apunarbhavam va samanjasatva virahayya kankshi. Even Vritarasura also prays like this. Devotees don't want any great position in all the 14 planetary systems or beyond. Okay, even in Vaikuntha they don't want positions. Even in Brahmajyoti they don't want positions. Even in material world they don't want. Even Svargaloka they don't want. Right? So then what do you want? He's saying, Nacha Anyam, I don't want anything else. Although you are Varesha, Vara Isha means the best of all bestowers of benedictions. So many people give boons. Indra can give you a boon, Chandra can give you a boon, Shiva can give you a boon, Brahma can give you a boon, so many sages can give you boons, Kshatriyas can give boons. But amongst all the people who can give boons, Krishna is the best. Best of all bestowers of boons is Krishna. Therefore, he is called Varesha. He is also called Varadaraj. Okay, he is called Varadeshwara. In South India, there is Kanchipuram. So there, the Lord is described as Varadaraj. So what exactly you want? You are first saying what you don't want in 2 lines. Tell me what you want in the next 2 lines. Then Satyavarti Muni says, Idam teva purnatha gopala balam sada me manasya virastam kimanyehi. Idam te. Idam means this. Te means your. Vapur means form. Your body. I want to see your Gopala Bala form. Means a cowhead boy form in Vrindavan, always in my heart. Sada means always. Sada me manasi avirastam kimanyehi. May this beautiful form of Bal Gopal be manifest in my heart always, forever. Kimanyehi. Why do I need any other boons? I don't want any other boons. So this is the desire of Satyavarta Muni, to be able to meditate on the beautiful form of Balagopal forever. Forever. So this is the meaning of the 4th shloka. Let's get into small details. Okay. Moksha is liberation. Moksha avadhi means eternal life in Vaikuntha. Anyam means any other boon, which we discussed already. Okay. So the Lord is described as Natha. Idam teva purnatha Gopala balam sada me badasya virastam kimanyehi. That's what he said, right? Oh Natha. So which Natha he's referring to? There are so many Nathas. There is Badrinath in the east. There is Jagannath in the west. There is Ranganath in the south. There is Dwarakanath in the north. But he wants Gopalnath in the middle, in Vrindavan, right? So he says, I don't want Badrinath or Jagannath or Ranganath or Dwarakanath. Nothing to minimize the position of all these 4 Nathas, but it's only to show his attachment to this particular Gopala Natha. Idam teva purnatha Gopala balam. I want this Gopal Bal form. Because the Lord manifests in so many forms. As a cowhead boy in Vrindavan, as a prince in Mathura, as a grown-up warrior in Dwaraka, as a Maryada Purushottam in Ayodhya, as a beautiful form with so big eyes in Jagannath Puri, as someone who sleeps in Ranganath, in Sri Rangam. Like that, the Lord manifests in so many forms. Different devotees love different forms. Okay. And here is Satyavrata Muni, the author of this prayer, he loves this Gopala Bala form more than all other forms, right? Here also so many devotees are there. You have your own favorite forms, right? Similarly, Satyavratamuni also has his favorite form. Nothing to compare or minimize the importance of other forms, but it's favoritism towards one form, which is perfectly all right. And the Lord also is pleased to reciprocate with devotees in those particular forms that they like. He says, Brahma says in the third canto of Bhagavatam, Yadyadhyata urugaya vibhavayanti tattvapuhu pranayase sadanugrahaya. Means the way devotees meditate on Krishna, the way the devotees worship a particular form of Krishna, Krishna is pleased to reciprocate with them in that particular form only. Okay. So now let's go to the next shloka. Verse 5. Idam te mukham bhojamatyanta nilayir vritam kuntalai snigdharataischa gopya muhuschumbitam bimba raktadharam me manasya virastamalam lakshalabhai. Idam te mukham bhojam. After expressing his desire to always see Krishna's Gopala Bala form in his heart, Satyavratamuni is saying in the 5th shloka, what is the speciality of that Gopala Bala form? Okay, he's describing the finer features of this Gopala Bala form. So let's see. Idam te mukham bhojam. This beautiful lotus-like face is atyanta nilair, very bluish. Mukha means face. Ambhoja means lotus. Your lotus face, idam means this lotus face of yours is atyanta nilair, very bluish. Vritam kuntalai snigdharataischa gopya. Vritam means it is surrounded by kuntalaihi. Kuntala means curly locks of hair. Krishna's beautiful face is framed by curly locks of hair. Okay. Vritam kuntalai snigdha. Snigdha means very soft. It's not matte, it's glossy finish. That is very soft face. Snigdha. Raktaischa gopya. Raktaischa means it has a reddish hue. Bluish face with a reddish tinge. Right? So, and Yashoda Mata is adoring that face so much. And muhus chumbitam bimba raktadharam me. So, gopya muhus chumbita means Yashoda Mata is constantly kissing those cheeks of Krishna. And bimba raktadharam me. Krishna's lips are reddish like the bimba fruit. Right? Bimba fruit is very reddish. Rakta is reddish color. Adharam means Krishna's lips. So Krishna's lips are like reddish like bimba fruit, and Krishna's face is bluish with a reddish tinge, and Yashoda Mata is constantly attached to that face and she kissing the face. Right? Manasya virastamalam lakshalabhai. Manasi avirastam. May that beautiful face of Gopalji be always manifest in my heart. Alam lakshalabhai. Why do I need lakhs of other labhas gains? Laksha means 1 lakh. Lakshalabhai means lakhs of gains, crores of gains or millions of gains. Why do I need any other boons? If I just get an opportunity to see Krishna's beautiful form in my heart, that is sufficient. Basically, in the 4th shloka and the 5th shloka, he expressed the same desire. I want to see Gopal Bal in my heart. Okay. But later his mood changed. Why should I see Gopalji form in my heart only? I should be able to see Gopalji form in front of my eyes. To be able to see the Lord directly, physically with eyes is considered a higher boon than to see him within the heart, to meditate within the heart, isn't it? Therefore, he is upgrading. He is becoming more intense in expressing his desire in the next shloka. Okay, let's go to the next shloka. This one, 6th. Namo Deva Damodar Ananta Vishnu Prasida Prabho Dukha Jalabhimagnam Kripa Drishti Vrishtyati Dinam Batanu Grahane Shamamagna Medhyakshi Drishya. Namo Deva. Namo, let me offer obeisances to Deva, O Lord. Damodara, O Lord, whose belly is bound by Mother Yashoda's robe. Ananta, O unlimited Lord. Vishnu, O all-pervading Lord. Basically, he's chanting the holy names. When you have an intense desire to be fulfilled, you chant the holy names of Krishna. Krishna, Rama, Mukunda, Madhusudava, Deva, Prabhu. So like that, you should start chanting so many names. That's why he's chanting names. So Deva, Damodara, Ananta, Vishnu, Prasida. Prasida means, may you show some mercy upon me. Right? Prabhu, you are my eternal master. You know what is my condition? You are so glorious in 100 different ways. He gave so many names of the Lord: Deva, Damodara, Ananta, Vishnu, Prabhu. Total 5 names of the Lord. Okay, that are indicating his 5 qualities. And now he is describing his situation. When you are putting an application to a higher authority, you have to enclose your recommendation letters, your qualifications, your desires, right? So you need to first praise the person to whom you are approaching, to get your recommendation letter, to get your application sanctioned, right? And also you should present your qualifications. What are your arhatas, means qualifications to get sanction of whatever you have desired. So he's saying, my qualification is this: dukkha jalabhimagnam. Dukkha means distress. Jala means a network. Abdhi means ocean. Magna means immersed. Oh Lord, you know what is my qualification? My qualification is that I am immersed in an ocean of network of miseries. Immersed, Magnam. Abdhi, ocean of Jala, network of dukkha, miseries. My dear Lord, my greatest qualification is I am immersed in an ocean of network of miseries. And therefore, you have to protect me. Okay. So the more unqualified, more fallen a person is, the more is his or her claim for Krishna's grace. Okay. Kripa drishti vrishtyati dinam batano grihane shamamagnam edhyakshi drishyah. Kripa drishti vrishtyati. Kripa means mercy. Drishti means glances. Oh Lord, vrishtyati. Vrishti means rain. You please shower your merciful glances upon me. So you should shower a rain. You should, your merciful glances should come like downpour. Like Indra created devastating rainfall in Vrindavan, you also create a devastating downpour of mercy and inundate me. I am immersed in ocean of miseries. Now you immerse me in a flood of mercy. Okay. So you want more qualifications of mine? Atidinam batano. Atidina means I'm extremely fallen, very poor. Please show some mercy, right? So then, in the last line, he said, Grihane shamamagnam edhyakshi drishyihi. In the last line, he added one more qualification. Agna means ignorant. So first qualification of Satyavartamani is dukkha jalabhimagnam. This first qualification. Means he says that I am immersed in an ocean of network of miseries. Then secondly, he said atidinam. I am extremely fallen, very poor. Third is agnam. I am very ignorant. So sometimes the Lord may say, oh, you are dukkha jalabhimagnam. You are immersed in an ocean of network of miseries. Try to come out. Then Satyavartamani says, I am agna. I am ignorant of how to come out. I am ignorant. I don't know how to come out. So you should only pull me out. Okay. So this is his desire. So because I am so fallen, because I have presented 3 qualifications, I think the desire that I expressed in the 4th and 5th slokas is not sufficient. I told him to manifest in my heart in Gopal Bala form. I think I should ask for something more. I'm more qualified now. Okay. I have presented more of my qualifications. Therefore, I should ask for something more. What is that? Akshi drishyahi. May you be visible to my eyes, not just within my heart. Okay. So this is the 6th shloka. Next, we'll go to the 7th shloka. We'll conclude in a few minutes. 7th shloka, he is giving an example. Now the Lord may ask, you are asking for so much mercy, and you are asking for Sakshat Darshan also. and you are presenting some qualifications, but do you have any reference? Means any other case where I have sanctioned so much mercy? Why you should be so privileged to get such special mercy from me? Lord may ask. Then Kuvera says, hey, you have sanctioned his application. You have showed similar mercy to someone else. Show that same mercy to me also, right? So when you bring some kind of comparison, the Lord will be a little more inspired to show some mercy, right? Therefore, he's bringing the example of Kuvera's sons. He says, Kuveratmajau baddha murtaiva yadvat tvaya mochitau bhakti bhajau kritau cham तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वकाम्य प्रयच्छ न मोक्षे ग्रहो मेस्ति दामोदरे. Kuver Atmajau. Kuvera is the king of all the wealthy people, right? He's the wealthiest person. Atmaja means one who is born out of oneself. Kuvera Atmaja refers to the sons of Kuvera, Nalakuvara and Manigriva. Baddhamurtaiva yadvat. Baddhamurti means Krishna, your belly is bound by Mother Yashoda's rope. Although you are still in a bound condition, you liberated Kuvera's sons from their bound condition as trees. Tvaya mochitau, you have liberated them. They are lying there as trees, Yamalarjuna trees. They are in bandhan, and you released them from bandhan. You have given them shapa vimochan, but you remained in bandhan only. That Lord, who can destroy the bondage of anyone and everyone, cannot release himself from bondage of his mother. That is the speciality of the Damodar Leela, right? He can release anyone, he can liberate anyone from any bondage, but he does not have the ability to release his own self from his bondage. Every day we are offering lambs to Damodar, and Damodar is crying. He's fearful like this. You see all dioramas of Yashoda Damodar. Yashoda is tying him, and then he's crying. When you people come to temples, hey, who are you offering lambs? That crying boy. He's so fearful, and you're offering lambs. He'll hear your prayers. Yeah, he can. Although he's crying, although he's fearful, although he's being punished by his mother, although he's bound by his mother, he still has the ability to release you from your bondage. He can wipe your tears while crying. He's crying and he can wipe your tears. He's bound, but he can release you from bondage. That is the speciality of Krishna. He's bound by love. So Krishna has not only released the sons of Kuvera from their bondage, Bhakti Bhajau Kritaucha, he has also made them qualified for bhakti. He gave them the necessary qualification to become his devotees. Earlier they were not his devotees, but now they became his devotees. You know, they offered prayers, Vani, Gunano, Kathane, Sravano, Kathayam. They desired that, oh Krishna, thank you so much for releasing us from this bondage. And thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to witness your pastimes in Nanda Maharaja's courtyard. All your childhood pastimes we could see. We are so fortunate. So, henceforth, in future, may our eyes see your beautiful form. May our ears always hear your glories. May our tongues always sing your glories. May our hands always be engaged in the service of your devotees and your good self. So like that, they wanted to engage all their capacities in Krishna's seva. That is the speciality of the liberation of Nalakuvara and Manigriva. They became devotees. They are not just liberated. Tatha prema bhaktim svakamya prayacha. That same prema bhakti you give me also. I want that prema bhakti, right? So you have given them prema bhakti, you released them from bondage. I want the same prema bhakti for myself also. Tatha prema bhaktim svakamya prayacha. Okay. Na mokshe grahosti damodareha. Na mokshe grahosti. I don't want to accept liberation. I don't want liberation. He already said, I don't want liberation in the 4th sloka. Varam deva moksham na moksha avadhimva. We don't want. But now he's again repeating the same point. I don't want moksha. I want prema bhakti. Nothing less than prema bhakti. Nothing less than sakshat darshan. Okay. Now the Lord says, oh my God, you are giving comparison. You are expressing so many desires. Do you have any recommendation letter? Okay. You have any recommendation from somebody? Then I will accept your application. I want some references. Okay. I want some reviews. At least 3 references you attach. So and so person should say, I know this person, he's very good, he's practicing Krishna consciousness for the last 3 years, okay, or he's doing these services for the last 10 years. So if someone recommends, then I'll accept your application. Then Satyavrata Muni remembers the topmost devotee of Krishna. I need that, her recommendation letter, Srimati Radharani's recommendation. So he says, Namaste Studamne Sphuradipti Dhamne Tvadiyodarayaatha Vishwasya Dhamne Namo Radhikayai Tvadiya Priyayai Namo Nantalilayya Devaya Tubhyam. Namaste Studamne Sphuradipti Dhamne. Namaste means I'm offering obeisances to Damne. Dama refers to the rope. I offer my obeisances to that rope. Why he's offering dandavats to rope? Krishna is there. But that rope is not an ordinary rope. That rope is a representative of Yashoda Mata's love. It's not a small silk rope that bound Krishna's belly. What bound Krishna's belly is Mother Yashoda's love. So that rope is basically love of Mother Yashoda. I offer my obeisances to that rope, which is actually love of Mother Yashoda. Okay. Earlier also he offered obeisances. Punaha prematastam shatavriti vande. I offer hundreds and hundreds of obeisances to that prema. Same thing he's doing now also. I offer my obeisances to the dama, the rope that is bound to your belly. Okay. Or the rope that is binding your belly. Sporadipti dhamne. And that rope is effulgent, and it is the Dhama, it is the abode of all effulgence. Why? Because it is binding the belly of Damodar. Damodar is effulgent. Okay, therefore the rope is also effulgent. I want to offer my obeisances to that effulgent rope and belly. And Tvadiyodharayatha Vishwasya Dhamne. I am also offering obeisances to your belly, which is Vishwasya Dhamne. Vishwasya Dhama means the abode of all universes. All universes are there within Krishna's belly. And in Vrta Bhakshana Leela, Yashoda Mata opened her mouth. Sorry, Krishna opened her mouth. And Yashoda Mata saw through his mouth all the universes in Krishna's belly. Okay. Actually, when Krishna was a very small infant baby, Krishna just yawned. And when Krishna yawned through that mouth, Yashoda Mata has seen all the universe within his belly. And Krishna just stopped yawning. And Yashoda Mata was a little bewildered. Krishna, open your mouth again. I want to see. But he's not opening only. So now Yashoda Mata desired, I want to see that belly. I want to see the universe within the belly of my son. One day he yawned, I could see deep within. Okay. So to fulfill her desire, Krishna ate that dirt. And then Mother Yashoda strictly said, you should open your mouth now. Then he opened very wide. Then she could see the entire universe within his mouth. Okay. So this is Vrta Bhakshana Leela. Tvadiyodharayatha Vishwasya Dhamne. That Udara is the Dham of all Vishwas. Then finally, he attaches the recommendation letter by saying, Namo Radhikayai Tvadiya Priyayai. Namo Nantalilaya Devaya Tubhyam. Namo Radhikayai Tvadiya Priyayai. Srimati Radhika is very dear to you. Tvadiya Priyayai. And one more thing is very dear to you. You know what is that? Namo Anantalilaya. What is Ananta Leela? Ananta means unlimited. Leela means pastime. What is that unlimited pastime that Krishna has performed? That is Rasa Leela. So, but because Rasa Leela is very confidential, therefore he did not say Rasa Leela. He just said Ananta Leela. Devaya Tubhyam. I offer my obeisances unto you. Because Rasa Leela is so dear to you. Radharani is so dear to you. When I refer to these two favorites of yours, then you will definitely bless me. So if one is favored by Srimati Radharani, she will personally approach Krishna and says, Krishna, please accept this devotee. This devotee is better than me. Who can be better than Srimati Radharani? But out of her natural humility and compassion, she says, so and so devotee is better than me, please accept. Okay. Then Krishna is obliged to accept. Therefore, bhakti means to take shelter of Srimati Radharani. Mahatmanastu partha daivim prakritimashritah. To take shelter of Daivi Prakriti Shrimati Radharani is bhakti. Okay, so please accept this devotee. She recommends, and hearing this, Krishna just cannot refuse. Krishna cannot refuse whatever Radharani says. Okay, so if he refuses, she will go into Man Leela. Krishna has to pacify her by becoming the peacock again. So he likes to do that also, but generally Krishna likes to just please her. Any devotional activities that are performed in Damodar month attract special attention of Srimati Radharani, and she blesses her causeless mercy upon such a devotee. So therefore, let us take advantage of this wonderful Kartik month and let's try to be Krishna conscious to the best of our ability. Let's offer lamps to Damodar. Let us chant more. Let us hear more. Let us serve more as much as we can, and try to come closer to Krishna, because every festival season gives us some privileged opportunities to expedite our journey towards Krishna. Generally, we go at certain pace, but when some festival comes, Krishna becomes extra merciful, and we do extra sadhana, and we get extra mercy, and we'll move extra fast towards Krishna's lotus feet. So let us take advantage of this festival season, and I'm very grateful to all of you for being present and for allowing me to discuss the meaning of Damodarashtakam. And I'm very grateful to all of you, and I beg your blessing so that I come to proper consciousness in this Kartik season, Kartik month, and then try to improve the quality of my sadhana and seva with your blessings. Thank you very much. Shri Damodarashtakam ki jai. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.